Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to a video for the month of May. This is the Jupiter Alchemist, and let's see what energy may be coming out in the month of your new moon in this sign, in your sign, I should say. You got your card. The Empress is your card. I'm going to pick an additional card. Oops. Some of these cards flipped up, so let's do a little shuffle. I love the colorful backgrounds of these cards. Okay, I'm going to pick another card too. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Page of Swords. This can be, you can see she's kind of watching her back. This is a card being kind of suspicious and wary. Or you can say, like in the workplace, maybe you sense some kind of bad vibes going on and you're like, what's happening? And you suspect that there might be something going on and you're not really that happy about this because obviously maybe you like where you work, but it's like the coworkers are starting to act weird, or I don't know, something along those lines. When I look at the past position, we have the Nine of Swords. So this is a card of anxiety. So this may have been going on for a while where you have felt that something hasn't been quite right. Or, obviously this can be in your private life as well. The Page of Swords, I call that the spy card. I don't know if I read that somewhere or I made that up, but definitely, the person who gets a private investigator to see if her husband or his wife is cheating. It could be documenting things because maybe to protect yourself in case you find out that something's going on. The higher message is the Nine of Pentacles. This is, it's funny that they have this like she's in a garden or something, because this is, the word that came to my mind was cultivation. So cultivation of your financial independence, or just simply knowing that you have this, is very important, because you don't have to feel this sense of like, oh, I'm dependent on this other person. Like if this is a marriage, I'm depending on this person to take care of me. So you have some kind of recourse, in other words. Or if you are someone who is on a job, you can walk off the job because you have money in the bank and you will be able to pay your bills for a while, and you won't have to worry about paying your bills. Sometimes people forget about that. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose a steady paycheck, but they don't realize that they have financial freedom. They have independence. Whether or not, yeah, maybe it is true that you wouldn't be able to do that for a while, but as long as you have the money to sustain yourself, what difference does it make? What crosses you is the Empress, and this is your card. It's connected to, see, the symbol for Venus is connected to Venus, so Taurus and Libra, but I really think of Taurus when I pick this card, because it's like the Earth Mother vibe. And when you talk about what this card represents, sometimes it can be that a person is, this is also like a card of love, for instance, too, but it can be a sensual card. So sometimes, in some cases, this card may be connected in this particular context to your rival, to a person who you suspect, because this is right under this card, that's a suspicion. So you may suspect her of taking your, like, when they say she's a home wrecker, she's stealing my man. Now, that always, as a woman, that always drives me batty when I hear any kind of version of that statement, because um, sometimes women will just fight amongst themselves over a man that betrayed his woman. I mean, it doesn't get more pathetic than that. And plus, you're letting this guy off the hook who made the vows if you're married to this person. Um, Sometimes this might be you. Maybe you have kind of presented yourself in a limited sort of way. Maybe you've played off of your sensual qualities. Taurus is one of those signs. I'm a Taurus rising, so I totally confess up to that myself when I was younger. Not with my partner, because I've been with him so long that that hasn't been a thing. But um, I remember even like when I first met him, he was like, "You don't have to wear all that makeup," and I was like a teenager, and I was like putting on all this makeup and all of that, and he was like, "You don't have to do that." And sometimes Taurus tries to get what they want in the most, Venusian kind of way, which means in the easiest way, the path of least resistance. And it's almost like it's almost, I don't want to say anything negative about it, but it is superficial if you're trying to attract somebody through your looks, primarily through being sexy, because it's like you may still be watching your back. You may still be wondering, like, oh my gosh, is he with somebody else? Is he with this woman who's even outdoing me in this department? Instead of cultivating, it's funny because I'm using the word cultivating again, but cultivating your essence, your inner self, and really bringing that out. Um, Instead of like trying to gain favor with someone who should who will actually love you for your essence if that's what you're showing them. I know that probably didn't make much sense. I shouldn't have said it, but yeah, I mean, this could be another person too. But even if it is, you can always take the stance of like, let him have her, because you don't want to be like the Page of Swords. You don't want to always be looking behind you, wondering, why, if you don't trust the person that you're with, wondering why he came home an hour late when he said he was with his buddies, or he came home late from work. That's no way to live. And it proves that you don't trust him. Maybe there's a good reason, if he's lied to you before, why you don't trust him. But maybe you don't trust yourself, or maybe you don't value yourself enough. So all of those things I feel are very important, because it's just like the house that you rule in astrology, Taurus, with the second house. It's the house of net worth, the money that you earn, but it's also a house of self-worth. It can be easy to just focus on the net worth, the possessions. But, ultimately, those things are part of this world. And we have to cultivate something deeper than that. What is coming in is the King of Wands. What a great card. This is the card of, here's one of those white men that I was talking about. And I don't even know if, it looks like there's an earring there. So it might be like an androgynous female, to tell you the truth. Because I heard that all of the people depicted here are women in this deck, but I did see a couple that look like males. Not that I'm obsessed with it. I noticed that this was one of those cards. And this is a very like an alpha male type of vibe, the King of Wands. And it's about stepping into your own power. So no matter what is going on in your life, I can tell you, and I'm sure most of us have had this Page of Swords moments where we're kind of like on high alert. We're feeling that something is going on that is kind of sketchy, that is against us. And even if we're able to prove that we're right, there's a really low vibe in all of that, because there's, suspicion is not a good place to be. So when you're suspicious, there's fear mixed into that. It just isn't something good to have to deal with. So it's always better when you can be with somebody that you really trust. And it's also to me about being confident as well. So if this is like a job situation and the Page of Swords is like you feel like something is up, and the Nine of Swords is like this anxiety that you've been feeling, the King of Wands would probably like walk out of that job if you have the funds like the Nine of Pentacles suggests, or if you are one of those people that really does like to have things lined up, that you just like go for it and just start looking for a new job so that you can leave as soon as possible. The outcome is the Two of Pentacles. In some cases, you may be working two jobs. Maybe you're starting your own business and you're doing that on the side and you're trying to build that up so that you can leave. But it can be a very hectic time, but it can also be a time, if you are working towards something that is your own, that you can feel that sense of, maybe being energized. And with love situations, you may meet somebody like the King of Wands. It might be like an either chronologically older or more mature and established fire sign, or somebody with strong fire signature, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Leo is the sign, Taurus, that you tend to, of all the fire signs, that you might be the most attracted to, because you're both fixed signs. I'm going to pick this up right. I got another card, the Magician card in reverse. So watch how you frame events in your life, how you feel about your ability to manifest, because this period of time, for the first half of the month, we do have Mercury still retrograding. I mean, not retrograding, but in its shadow. So understand that things may not manifest as quickly or as thoroughly until the coast is clear. And then and this is also a card of Aries, but kind of like it might be a person who is not quite right for you. And then the Six of Wands, this is actually associated with Leo. And it's funny, with the King of Wands, I think of Leo, but it might be actually associated with an Aries. I don't know. And this is a card of victory, of recognition. So if you're with someone, this person may give you the kind of positive feedback that feels really gratifying, where you don't have to like question where you stand with this person, or what they think, what they think of you. And maybe that's the kind of crap you were dealing with before, and this feels so much better. It also can be in terms of work matters, that you are given some recognition, and it might even be in your current place of employment if you haven't left. And you might say, oh my gosh, all this time I was paranoid, and actually, look, I'm getting the promotion after all. Okay, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, I have some promotional readings in the links below. Take care. Bye.